So welcome to the Sport and Exercise Performance Centre Virtual Open Day. My name's Lucy, just hosting the session today before I hand over to Ellie to give us more details. Just to let you know, we are taking questions today. So if you can pop your questions into the chat box and we'll take a look at those at the end and we'll ask Ellie to give us the answers to those as we go through. So just pop that in the chat box as we go through today. If you haven't previously registered for the open days, you can still do that. There is a link going to be popped into the chat for our registration link. That just means we can keep in touch with you with information and not bombard you, but just give you information about the college and things that you might find useful and helpful. And also there is going to be a link popped into the chat box as well for our welcome session. If you haven't seen our welcome to Uxbridge College session, just gives you a little bit more information about the things that we don't talk about today as part of the curriculum, but things like support and how we help students and the kinds of activities and things you can get involved in as well. But without further ado, I shall hand over to Ellie to give you more information about our sports courses. Over to you, Ellie.
Thank you, Lucy. Welcome to the Sport and Exercise Performance Centre. I hope you're all doing very well today. Next slide, please. So at our Sport and Exercise Performance Centre at Uxbridge College, we run a range of courses ranging from level 1 to level 3. All of our vocational qualifications are BTEC qualifications, and we've chosen this pathway because you can go on to university or straight into employment or onto an apprenticeship should you wish to following these courses. Alongside our vocational qualifications, we also have additional qualifications. So we have links with First for Sport, Sports Leaders and SimSpa. So you'll be able to gain coaching qualifications, sports leaders qualifications and fitness instructing qualifications. So that makes you very employable as we progress through the course. Next slide, please. Alongside the sports studies that we run here, we also have sports academies. So we are linked with very noteworthy clubs. So for football, we are linked with Chelsea Football Club Foundation. For basketball, Thames Valley Cavaliers. For rugby, London Irish. For cricket, Uxbridge Cricket Club. And for netball, we are currently linked with local club Blaze, but we are in talks with a Netball Super League team, and hopefully we'll be able to reveal that exciting information in due course. Next slide, please. At Uxbridge College, we have a vast range of expert facilities. So on the left, you'll see our sports performance lab. So we have strength and conditioning equipment here. We can also do various different fitness tests that links up with our sort of sports science pathway. On the right-hand side, we've got our sports hall there, which actually has 2 double courts on it. So we can actually run 2 classes simultaneously there, or we can use the full-size court, for example, when we're having basketball matches, netball matches, etc. Next slide, please. We also have the use of outdoor facilities at Uxbridge College. So we have the Blue Mooga there, and that's a small 3G pitch in the background you can see on the left. On the right-hand side, that is our fitness gym. So if you are thinking of applying to the fitness course at Uxbridge College, then you'll be making use of that a hell of a lot as part of your course. So it's very hands-on our course. You get to learn lots of the skills that you will be using in industry as well. Alongside of the facilities that we have on campus, we do have access to Hillingdon leisure facilities. So we can go down to there and use their athletics track. We've used the swimming pool before, and we use their 3G pitches as our home facility for our football games. Thank you. Next slide. We also run visits, trips and events alongside our vocational courses, and this helps to enrich our learners as they progress through their course. So you see on the left-hand side, we went to Wembley, and that was actually for a Women in Sport conference. So the ladies that you can see there, they actually had business cards and they were handing them out to various people who already work in the sports industry in roles such as sports media, sports coaching, or professional sportsmanship. And they were able to make contacts there, which they have now utilised to either go on to university or gain employment opportunities after attending that event. In the middle, we have our This Girl Can event. So that's an activity that we run for local secondary schools, where we invite lots of girls in and help to inspire them to be active and educate them a little bit on things that help you be healthy. So for example, nutrition, what sorts of exercises you might be able to do at home rather than having to go to a gym and pay for those facilities. On the right hand side, we have an activity that was run at St Mary's University. So we do have links with several universities in London, and we are fortunate enough to be able to go in, have sort of taster days where you get to try out the activities, and you'll get a taster for the type of education that they run at university. At the bottom there, we also have something that we've run for both children in need and for sport relief, where we do charity events and where our learners actually put on the event themselves. So they organise it all by themselves, and they collect money and they're fundraising for those various different charities. Thank you. Next slide. Continuing on, we also have trips that we've been to HOAC, so Hillingdon Outdoor Activity Centre, where we get to do things such as outdoor rafting, building various different elements, as you can see. And at the bottom there, you can see that we've used the high ropes before as well. So the learners really enjoy that trip because it's something different that you don't usually get to do, and it's quite an enriching experience for them. On the right hand side there, we have a trip that we do to our local sort of ice centre as such. You can choose between skiing or snowboarding. This particular year we picked snowboarding, and as you can see, the girls really enjoyed their time there. And again, that's something that learners don't often get the chance to experience, so we're proud to offer that opportunity to you. Thank you. So progressing on from your educational course, where can you actually go? So we have a lot of our learners that progress onto university. So particularly our level 3 learners will then progress onto university. We have strong links with St Mary's, Brunel, UCFB and the University of Surrey. And they all have strong sporting provision for university degrees. So we do actually have quite a few visits to each of these universities throughout the year across the different courses that we run. So you can see in advance what you might be interested in studying at university, or whether university is the right path for you. Thank you. If you don't want to go to university, there are certainly other alternative progression routes, and we have a lot of our learners go straight into industry with the qualifications they receive. So a lot of learners only study a BTEC qualification, but where we offer those additional courses on the side, where you get coaching qualifications, sports leader qualifications and fitness qualifications, that makes you very employable and you're able to go straight into industry. Okay, so some of the employers that we have strong links with are Kirin Sports and PSD. So those are two companies where they employ coaches who are then sent out into primary schools to deliver PE sessions for the teachers there. So you get to have hands-on experience, you get to visit lots of different schools and work with lots of different people, which is a great experience. And we do actually work with those partners to offer work experience for our students as well. So you can get a taster for that before you even apply for a job there. The other two employers that we have strong links with, are Fit for Sport and YMCA. So Fit for Sport is again a coaching company, and then YMCA is a fitness instructing company. So we get lots of learners who then progress to be personal trainers, they become self-employed, and they're able to manage their own time and income. Thank you. And here we have a video for you.
I think that gives a great flavour of the facilities and what students get up to, and also hearing from some of our students about their experience as well, which is great. And we've got a couple of links in the chat already. Please, if you've got any questions, do pop them into the chat for us. Ellie, just one of the things to mention, I know in the past we've had some very successful students who've studied sport with us, and then they've gone on to other things, including people who've been training for Olympics and high-level competitions. I don't know whether you want to share anything about some of our former students as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So we do have learners who come to us and they are involved in professional sport, and we are very accommodating for that as well. So we can adapt timetables to suit their training needs around their sports. And we have learners that have been with us, such as Rihanna Dean. So she's played professional football for Tottenham Hotspurs. I think she's recently just changed clubs. But that's really exciting. And she's played for England under 18s, under 21s. So that's really exciting stuff. We've also had other learners here that have been sort of professional divers, gymnasts, etc. We have lots of learners that are involved in high-level sport. And I think they quite enjoy being at this campus because they get to put into practice their theoretical skills in a vocational context. So it's not just the practical side, which they're quite used to in terms of their sport.
Yeah, that's great. And in terms of the course levels, I know we offer courses at a number of different levels. And can you kind of talk about the levels that we've got, and then how students potentially can progress?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have levels 1 to level 3, so levels 1, 2, and 3. From level 1, you would typically progress onto a level 2 with us. After you have completed a level 2, so you study 4 units at level 2. There are no exams on our level 2 course at the moment. And you'll be able to progress from level 2 to either an apprenticeship or onto level 3 at the college with us. Once you get to level 3, your options open up slightly. So we have 3 different pathways at level 3. We have a sports fitness pathway, we have a sports coaching pathway, and we have sort of a more sports science route. Each of those 3 pathways at level 3 can lead you to university if that's what you choose to do after college, or you can go straight into industry with those qualifications. So the sports fitness and the sports coaching qualification are more geared towards you being employment ready straight away, whereas the sports science side of things, that pathway, you're more likely to go on to university there and study an undergraduate degree.
That's great. And I think also just to highlight some of the experience from the staff as well. So tutors, lecturers have got an awful lot of experience that they're bringing from industry to help students learn what it's like to prepare for a career in the sports industry.
Absolutely. So all of the lecturing staff at the college have previously been employed in the sports industry. So we have a vast amount of experience there. We have people come in from physiotherapy, sports therapy, various different sports coaches from different sports. I'm sure we've had someone from journalism before as well. So we have that vast experience that we're able to tie into our lessons, and we can actually tell you what it's like behind the scenes before you ever get employed in that particular industry route.
That's great, thank you. And another question that's just popped in: is it too late to apply? No, it's not too late to apply. We're still taking applications, so do head to the website. The courses and the levels that Ellie's talked about, information is there, so you can go and apply directly. If you're not quite sure, then get in touch and have a chat with us. Our careers team or the sports team can have a chat with you to find out what route. And as Ellie mentioned, there are pathways at level 3, so that you might want to look at a particular route, and we can we can give you a chat and find out which is the most suitable route for you. So do get in touch. No other questions have come through, so just to say thank you very much. Just a reminder, there are a couple of links. Do go onto the website. You can have a look at our welcome video on our open day page and register with us if you would like us to keep in touch. And if you've got any questions, the website www.uxbridgecollege.ac.uk, or you can call us 01895 853333, or email us inquiries@uxbridgecollege.ac.uk. Lots of ways to get in touch. Also, just to say, keep an eye on our socials. We've got Uxbridge College socials. We also have a great Insta account that the sports team manage as well. So if you want to see what students have been up to, the kinds of things you can get involved in, have a little sneak peek into what goes on as a student, then hit up the social channels as well. Your handle for your Insta is at Uxbridge Sport?
No, it's UC Sport EX now.
That's UC Sport EX, absolutely. So do take a look and obviously get a sense of what goes on. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining us today. Ellie, thank you very much for taking us through the courses, and have a good rest of the day, everybody. Thanks. Bye-bye.